Superstar, that's what this man is, Hughesy. Not only our captain, of course, and premier strike bowler, but just recently, with bat in hand, has been ice in the veins. We saw that in New Zealand. We've seen it in the IPL. And he joins us now from India. Cummo, welcome to you.
Hey, JB. Good to see you, mate.
Oh, and you, man. And now, so much to talk to you about because there's so much going on. But the test has been so well received, the previous two series. I must put my hand high and say I haven't seen this series.
Yeah, it's just come out.
It's only just coming out. But the access to Australia's favourite sporting team is quite amazing. Tell us how you find it.
It's always great to hear everyone watch it and enjoy it. To be honest, it's only one guy holding a camera, so it's kind of fly on the wall. We totally forget about it until 6-12 months later when it all comes out and you go, shit, hope I didn't say anything that I didn't mean to. But yeah, it's always good. So this series in particular is quite intense. It's middle of a pretty fiery Ashes series last year.
Amazing. Do you watch it? I mean, I have trouble. This is Hughesy here, by the way. Patton, it's great to talk to you. I'm a big fan, you know that. But do you watch it yourself or not watch it?
I've watched this one kind of in the lead up. So just run my eyes over it. Didn't really need to change anything this series. So it's all as it kind of played out. But I have seen them. Some of the boys don't. They're a bit like you, Hughesy. They don't like watching themselves back. But I love it.
All right, but if you could change it, if you weren't happy, you'd go cut that out. So that's happened in the past, has it?
Within reason. You never kind of want to interfere with the story or, the odd swear word here and there from one of the boys. But to be honest, it's very, very rare. It's basically no changes.
Yeah.
So, Cummo, when I was asked a lot about the first series, which obviously had a massive impact, the thing I said is I absolutely love it. It's ridiculously good access to something no one ever sees, which is the inner sanctum of the Australian cricket team. It wasn't even a criticism. The only question I had, which I've never been able to ask you, is with the first series especially, I didn't feel like the magnificent banter that happens in cricket dressing rooms, the piss being taken, which we've all sat and had to endure, but also handed out. And I imagine I didn't play for Australia, but certainly be no different in an Aussie dressing room as it was for South Australia and WA in my time, where you piss yourself laughing for hours because they're your 10 best mates and you're just ripping into
and
each
you're
other.
giving them a zinger.
So I didn't think there was enough of that, and I'm sure a lot of that happens in the Aussie dressing room. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's probably hard that a lot of these jokes are built off knowing these guys for 10 years and there's running jokes. So it might be hard to get across in the series. I know this one in particular. So when we first got over to England, we had a couple of golf days and a few Guinness were drunk. So I know there's a little bit of that shown into the series. So there's a little bit of banter, especially I know your Adelaide mate, Trav Head, has a few zingers in there.
They would.
But you know what? It's like you have scripted these. It's like the Amazon Prime have come to you. Jeff Bezos has come to you guys and said, make these series as dramatic as possible. But it's just dumb luck for the people who are doing the doco, how big these moments have been, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's funny, even when they, approach us for season 2, and again, the same with season 3, it was a bit like, oh, come on, how are we going to top the last one? Like, we won a World Cup or whatever it is. And then drama just kind of pops its head up out of nowhere. I think it's the nature of maybe just cricket and some of these big series. So, yeah, I'm a bit the same. I was going into this one thinking it could have been, quite a dull series, but then, few dramatic things happened throughout the series.
England was crazy.
Oh, my God. No, it was ridiculous. Well, I think we had this chat. That the first test, Edgbaston, I think it was Edgbaston, the first test of the Ashes just gone. Mm-hmm. I was watching, because my view as an Aussie fan is you're watching, but it's bloody late at night, and I'm thinking, right, I'm staying with my boys. Yeah. I'm staying with them. If I go to bed, then that's not the right thing to do. I've got to support. And then we started losing wickets on that last day. And in the end, we're pre-recording here so we can beat. In this, it was about 1:45. Cummo, I said, "F it, I'm not watching these Poms beat us in the first test." So I went to sleep, and then I woke up the next morning and I saw the highlights, and man, that was nuts. So that last day set the whole series up.
Oh no, exactly. Like it'd already been built up. It felt like for 12 months leading to that first test match, and then to have, that's probably the best test match I've been part of. And to culminate. Literally got down to the last couple overs. Just insane. Like, you couldn't have written a better script. The crowd was going crazy. You just, as soon as that night, I think I got about 1,000 messages on my phone. Like, the magnitude of the whole situation.
Well, that shot, I know you're a very humble guy. I've never been to your house, but I assume that there's no pictures up
Shrine.
anywhere.
Is there a shrine? Have you got a shrine at home?
It's not like that. That's not Paddy's way. But if you don't, at some stage, get the still of that shot with the bat spinning in the air after you hit the winning runs, you are a madman. Because me, I'd have that at the front door. I'd have it by 3 metres by 4, and people just walk in and look at that. It's one of the great sporting photos ever taken.
Oh, all right, done. I'm going to put it on a business card.
Do it.
Why don't you bat at number 3? Seriously, just don't worry about it. Just bat at number 3. How much do you practice batting? You're so good at it. It's crazy.
Well, a bit of my nickname amongst the team is 7-11, because some days I bat like a 7, some days it's 11. I wish I knew, because I've got absolutely no clue which day it is normally when I walk out.
Oh, I love it. So we've got to go to Lord's, because that's where all hell broke loose. Yeah. And I thought it was Lino who said it, but I've since been corrected by Merv Hughes about 17 times. It was Marcus Harris who came out, with, for me, one of the great lines of all time, when he turned to the members at Lord's and said, "You wrote the rules, you idiots." Such a magnificent Aussie response to their carry-on, but how that looked like it was the most intense hour and a half of cricket anyone's ever played.
Yeah, that was a bit of the general sentiment around the team. Yeah, it was nuts. It was crazy, and I think reliving it, looking back at the footage, it's even more intense than kind of how I remember it. It was just something that I'm sure you've seen 100 times attempted. JB happens every weekend. People trying to do it. So
it was your idea, wasn't it, Paddy? Was it your idea? It was your idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it, so of course, go and give it a crack.
No sympathy at all.
You're
stupid enough to wander out of your bloody crease. You deserve it.
Of course, he's an idiot, and he got bloody stumped, and off you go. And shut up. Anyway, that was.
Yeah, I agree.
That was all of Australia's.
It's one of those ones where you walk off thinking, okay, this is a 2 out of 10 on the intensity scale, and then it just goes. You go, oh, I got that one wrong.
How was that walk through what was the
room?
Yeah, how was that? Was that the most bizarre thing you've ever done?
Bizarre, because they're all, a certain demographic, all wearing their ties.
Stuffy
jackets,
old bastards, that's what they are.
Yeah, I think one of the boys said you couldn't design a less scary mob of people in your life. And that group of people yelling at us. So, yeah, it was crazy. And again, the boys were fantastic. It was in the midst of a hell of a lot of chaos.
Hey, I know you're getting crushed for time. So very quickly, you're still in the IPL with the Sunrisers. What's coming up for you?
That's right. I've got a semi-final tomorrow against Rajasthan, and if we win that, we've got the final on Sunday against Starkey's mob, Kolkata. So see how we go.
It's just crazy in India, isn't it? Like the scenes are just unbelievable.
Yeah, every stadium's packed out. It's people lining the streets. Everyone wears their jerseys. It's huge over here. It's crazy.
And that's Ahmedabad, the big 120,000 stronger. Is that where the final is?
No, we were just there the last couple of days. So yeah, they sold out the stadium basically 2 days in a row. But we're at Chennai at the moment for the next 2 games.
Can I just talk AFL for 1 second?
Yes.
I was at a kick across the Yarra with you and Nathan Lyon a few years ago. Neither of you are AFL guys. You both kicked the ball so far. Do you remember that? You kicked a torpedo that went, I reckon, 60 metres. Do you ever practice? You're just a natural at whatever you touch.
I do remember that because Lino always talks about it. He had one of the world's biggest gusts of wind came and he carried his a metre further than mine. As a kid, I used to love AFL, so we used to go and kick the footy in the backyard all winter.
Yeah, right.
So I'm safe to say this year I'm a Swans man. We're going well.
Yes, you have been criticised for jumping on and off a bit though, Cummo. And you can have a look at the Giants when they're going well too. All right, we're going to let you go, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers,
Thanks so much.